What's up guys, it's Tommy here, and Liverpool are top of the league after beating Aston Villa 2-0. Liverpool have the best defense in the league and we have the second best attack in the league after Man City. And Man City lost to Brighton after leading 1-0 for the large majority of the game. Brighton scored in 5 mad minutes to turn the game around, and that is a massive day in the Premier League title race because Liverpool open up a 5-point gap at the top of the table. Do you think Liverpool will win the Premier League title? That's my question to you guys. I'm still not getting carried away. I'm just hoping and praying that we can sustain this run for as long as possible, because both Arsenal and Man City have some really tough fixtures coming up, and I think we have to beat Southampton in the next game week after the international break, and after that it's the big one, Liverpool against Man City, and it's at Anfield. If we could beat Man City there, we could open up an 8-point gap at the top of the Premier League table, which I think would be an absolutely massive achievement. But hats off to Arne Slot. I'm applauding this man, because I don't think any Liverpool fan, even in their wildest dreams, imagined that at this stage of the season, and Arne Slot is a new manager outside of the Netherlands. He has never managed in the Premier League. He has never managed any other club apart from Dutch clubs. And he is leading the Premier League by 5 points. He has won all of his games in the Champions League. And he's in the League Cup or Carabao Cup quarterfinals as well. And we play Southampton in that competition as well. And Liverpool have the strongest defense in the Premier League. And one of the strongest defenses in the Champions League as well. And Liverpool have suffered just one defeat all season. And now it's 17 games. I think it's 17 games, 15 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. So Arne Slot's win ratio is getting close to 90%. Do you know how absolutely bonkers that is? Jurgen Klopp had a win ratio of like 60 something percent. And he was the manager with one of the best win ratios in Liverpool's entire history. So for Arne Slot to start this well, of course he won't win 90% of his games forever. But to start this well is absolutely miraculous. Because Arne Slot didn't have most of the Liverpool squad with him for the majority of pre-season. There was youth academy players and fringe players and backup players and squad players, and the majority of the Liverpool squad was at the Euros or at the Copa America, and Arne Slot got them back like 1 or 2 weeks before the Premier League season, so he had very little time to implement his ideas, his tactics, and yet he is starting the season like this. Absolutely crazy. I can't put it into words how magnificent of an achievement this is, because this is literally the hardest task when you can't really train and set up the tactical plans until like the end of pre-season, until 1 week before the Premier League season begins. And Liverpool's next 5 games, I think, are not easy, of course, but there are no easy games in the Premier League, but Liverpool under Arne Slot making it look easy. But Liverpool played some very tough games, and we have won almost all of them, which is absolutely amazing. So Liverpool have Southampton away next, which is going to be a tricky game. It's a potential banana skin. Everybody expects Liverpool to win there, of course. After that, it's Man City at home, Newcastle and Everton away, and Fulham at home. And even Fulham at home is a tricky game because Fulham are flying high. They are doing really well this season. But of course, Man City, Newcastle and Everton, 3 tough games, especially because Newcastle and Everton are away from home and Man City are Man City. You can never write them off. Man City were in this position and even in worse positions than this, and they have come back to win the title because they have an incredible squad of players and an incredible manager in Pep Guardiola. But maybe Man City are showing cracks this season, and apart from Haaland, they don't have a true goal scorer this season. Phil Foden is not scoring as many goals as last season, and Kevin De Bruyne is coming back from injury, and they are missing Rodri, which is absolutely key because some teams can slice through Man City like hot knife through butter. So Liverpool need to get I think, at least 11 or 12 points for from the next 5 games. I expect Liverpool to beat Southampton and Fulham. Hopefully we can beat Man City and maybe get a draw away at Newcastle and beat Everton. So 13 or 12 or even 11 points I think would be decent. And Arsenal's fixtures are not easy, because Arsenal play Chelsea tomorrow, but they also have to play Nottingham Forest, who are flying high this season. They play Sporting away, who just beat Man City 4-1 at their home stadium. And they also play West Ham and Man United. And the West Ham, you know, they are very inconsistent this season. And Man United, since Erik ten Hag got sacked, they are on an upward trajectory. So Arsenal could lose a lot of points in this run, and I'm hoping that Arsenal will drop a lot of points, because they will be back in top form in maybe 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe in a month. But until then, hopefully Arsenal will drop a lot of points and Liverpool can keep winning, because we need as big a gap as we can get against Man City and Arsenal, because Liverpool will hit a rough patch. There will be maybe a run where Liverpool don't win for 2 or 3 games in the Premier League. That's entirely possible, especially with this brutal schedule. But I think Arne Slot's a lot calmer, like tactical possession-based football suits Liverpool, in that they don't suffer as many injuries and they don't exhaust themselves as much as we exhausted ourselves under Jurgen Klopp, when it was 100 miles an hour for 95 minutes every 3 days. We were absolutely knackered and exhausted, and Liverpool are a lot calmer in possession. And Liverpool scored with 2 absolutely devastating counter-attacks against Aston Villa. Mo Salah was the architect before Darwin Núñez scored. But how on earth did the referee wave play on when Salah was dragged down and cleaned out by the Aston Villa defender? It's an Aston Villa corner and Van Dijk clears the ball, and it's not really a clearance, it's more of a pass on next to the touchline and into the right wing channel, and Salah runs through it, he takes a touch, and then the defender cleans him out. It should be a straight red card because the defender is the last man, but thankfully Darwin Núñez is there to race onto the ball, and he rounds Emi Martinez and scores into the roof of the net. A clinical finish from Darwin Núñez, who after that wasn't really clinical, because he wasted a lot of really good opportunities. Darwin Núñez in total had 6 shots, 3 of them were on target, 1 of them got blocked, but overall Darwin Núñez had an expected goals of 1 xG from his 6 shots. So he scored, which is brilliant, but he probably should have scored another one, to be honest. And Salah, after getting assist, he scores the clincher, if you like, 84th minute. And it's a comical goal because Pau Torres is simulating like he got kicked, where Gravenberch nicks the ball away, and we play a long ball. The Aston Villa defender is comfortable with that. The ball is bouncing, yes, but he tries to head it back into the Liverpool half, but he heads it straight onto Salah's head. And the ball bounces into the Aston Villa half, and Salah has the freedom of Anfield to run onto the ball, and there are like 2 or 3 Liverpool players next to him, but there are 2 Aston Villa defenders next to him as well. So what does Salah do? He takes like 3 touches in the box, so calm, so composed, ice cold, something that Darwin Núñez needs to learn. Imagine if Darwin Núñez was this composed, he would score like 50 goals a season, because in the first half Darwin Núñez had a chance where he goes into the box and he just blazes it over the bar. If he's more calm, more composed, then he would have easily slotted it home. And what Salah does is absolutely genius. He just dinks the ball above Emi Martinez into the near post. Absolutely disgustingly good finish. And Salah in 17 games, Salah has 10 goals and 10 assists. So 20 goal contributions in 17 games is absolutely mind-blowing. Normally Salah gets like 0.8 or 0.9 goal contributions per game, which is still insane. The second best in that regard is Diogo Jota, who has 1 goal or assist every 2 games. So he has 0.5 goal contributions per game. But for Salah to have more than one goal contribution on average per game this season is absolutely mind-blowing. And people are already saying that so far Salah is playing like he deserves the Ballon d'Or. Of course, it's very early because Liverpool need to win a big trophy. Liverpool need to win either the Champions League or the Premier League for Salah to win the Ballon d'Or. And Salah needs to maintain this form. But so far, this season, I think Salah is the best player in the world. It's as simple as that. Salah is the absolute best, most informed player in the world this season, above everybody else in Europe at least. And yes, Harry Kane is having a great season at Bayern, but Salah I think is having an even better season, because not only is he doing it in the Premier League, he's doing it in the Champions League as well. And Salah's form is absolutely ridiculous. In the Premier League, he has 8 goals and 6 assists in 11 games. So that's 14 goal contribution in 11 games. But let's just run through his season. So he gets a goal and an assist against Aston Villa. He gets 2 assists against Leverkusen. He scores the goal against Brighton. And then he scores a goal against Arsenal as well. He gets an assist against Leipzig. He gets a goal and an assist against Chelsea. So in every game that Salah started so far, he has either a goal scored or assisted. He has a goal and an assist against Bologna. Do you see the pattern here? When Liverpool score 2 or 3 goals, Salah is involved with sometimes 2 goals, sometimes 1. He scores against Wolves, he scores against West Ham, he got an assist against Bournemouth. The last time Salah didn't have a goal contribution was, I think, Crystal Palace away, when Liverpool won 1-0, 73 minutes for Salah. And since then, yes, in the League Cup, he only played 90 minutes, so he didn't get a goal contribution then. But yeah, when he starts, like in 9 out of 10 times this season, he gets either a goal or an assist. I mean, his form is absolutely scintillating. I mean, he started the season with getting a goal and an assist against Ipswich. He scored against Brentford. He got 1 goal and 2 assists against Man United. So in the first 2, 4, 7 goals, Salah was involved in 6 of them in the Premier League, which is absolutely ridiculous. And this season, the way that he's scoring and assisting, 10 goals and 10 assists is just ridiculous. Last season he had an amazing season as well, 25 goals and 13 assists. But I think he can get easily to 30 goals and maybe 15 or 20 assists. In the last 3 seasons, Salah averages 15 assists, and in his last 7 seasons at Liverpool, he averages 30 goals a season, which is just out of this world, honestly. The bigger picture is Liverpool are 5 points clear of Man City, and we have a 6 goal better goal difference. So that could mean another point. If Man City go level with Liverpool, if we have a much better goal difference, then that's worth an extra point. So Liverpool effectively right now is 6 points ahead of Man City, which is absolutely brilliant. And I'm really, really hoping that Liverpool can maintain this form. It's not going to be easy because, as I said, Liverpool have some very, very tough fixtures. But this fixture list that Liverpool played, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal, Brighton twice, Leverkusen and Aston Villa, these are all incredibly tough teams against Champions League opposition. Even Brighton could end up in the Champions League places this season. And Chelsea are a Champions League level team. Leipzig, Arsenal, Brighton, Leverkusen, Aston Villa. These are all either right now playing in the Champions League or in the future will be playing Champions League. I predict Chelsea to play in the Champions League, and maybe Brighton can get there ahead of Tottenham or Man United. Who knows? Brighton are having an amazing season. That's why it was so valuable that Liverpool beat them 2-1 in the previous Premier League game. And Liverpool have absolutely nailed this run. But Liverpool so far have won every game apart from Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest are no mugs. They are in 3rd place in the Premier League this season. So that's my verdict. Liverpool are hopefully here to stay in the title race. But we couldn't really ask for a better season so far from Arne Slot's Liverpool team. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.